Welcome to this video, and we'll be seeing the explanation we had in the previous video on the chart. Okay, the annotation I drew for you. We'll be seeing how it works on the chart. Okay, so we just pick this chart from here. Okay, and we can pick it from anywhere we want to. I decided to pick it from here, but I decided to pick it from this point. Okay. Now, there are other things I have to put in place before I proceed. I should have mentioned them when I was explaining, but I forgot. If you are having structure, fractal structure, for fractal structure, for fractal structure, for fractal structure, okay, for fractal structure, weak break is break of structure. When weak, we consider weak breaks are considered breakouts. Okay. Weak breaks. So for fractal structure, weak breaks are considered breakouts. But for internal, and swing structure, only candle closes are considered breakouts. Okay? Internal and swing, only candle closes are considered breakout. Okay? I hope this is clear. Oh God, this is consider. What did I type? Considered breakout. Okay? So for example, this is not swing break. This weak break is not a swing break. But the base fractal structure, will consider it as break, okay? But for swing and internal, it's not considered as a break, okay? So now price just broke structure to the downward side. Now we are looking for a pullback, at least a fractal pullback. So we'll look for candle. This candle, each candle must close below the previous candle. You know, the other time we had it for uptrend. Okay, this is just direct opposites. So let's see. Okay, it broke below the previous candle, so no fractal pullback. We'll play this one also break below it also broke the low of the previous candle, so no fractal pullback, no fractal pullback, no fractal pullback, no fractal pullback. Then we have a fractal pullback. Okay, so once we have a fractal pullback, this is going to be our fractal low. Okay, so after having our fractal low, we then look for fractal high. Okay, so just like we had it during uptrend, we'll be looking for the candle that failed to break the high of the previous candle, and that's going, sorry, the low of the previous candle, and that's going to be our uh our our fractal high. Okay, so this breaks the low, this breaks the low, this breaks the low. Now the last one that failed is very far away. Okay, anything that makes price come this up is no longer a fractal structure. But let's just see what price is going to do. Let's play price forward. So price broke it, and it broke the low. So now we are looking for our fractal low again. Okay, and the previous low has been broken, and this is the one that failed. Okay, this is the one that failed. So if this is the one that failed, this is our fractal low, since this current candle failed. Now if you have this place as our fractal low, what will be our fractal high? Our fractal high will be the previous candle that failed to break the previous candle low. And if you look at this current candle, it failed to break the low, the previous candle low. So that's our fractal high. Okay. So we have our fractal high. That means that's our change of character. Okay. We have our change of character. And now we're looking for, so we have our change of character right there. So now we're looking for a fractal internal pullback. So we want to see something like this, protecting that this low must not be broken. Okay, so we want to see price behave this way and break this place. And you can also decide to go like this and come down and break this place. And this will now be our internal break of structure. Okay, so we can now trade when it pull back into the discount of this zone and we can now trade it to the upside. Okay, so let's see how that goes. Or we'll play price forward. Okay, now we are waiting for price to break here. If you decide to want to be aggressive, you can be aggressive. It's nothing is bad about it. Okay, internal break of structure right here. So this is our high boss. If price should come and break this place, we have our high boss. And our zone, we have our swing high now. To get our swing high, it's very easy to get swing high. Just come to this break of structure. You can decide to draw like a box like this from here. Okay, then extend it to the upside. Okay, so the last point inside this box, okay, is your swing structure high, lower high now. So this will be our lower high. So if price should break this place, then we have a swing change of character. Okay, so we expect price not to break it because we're on a downtrend. So what we just expect is that price should pull back into at least 50% of that using our fib. You set it to premium discounts the way I set my home. Okay, so we expect price any from uh from anywhere from this middle to this place. We expect it to what, to pull back. So what we are trying to catch now is this pullback into that zone. Okay, then we'll now look again to shut it down. Okay, so let's see what price is going to do. So you can decide to trade only from this structure change if you want to, but it's very risky. Depending on the entry model you use, you can decide to go to lower time frame and look for, you just have to test something out before using it. Okay, so let's see how what happens. Let's play price forward and let's see what's going to happen. Okay, as you can see, we have our break of structure, internal break of structure. So now we are sure that uh now we are sure that internal break of structure has started. So we can look for demand zone inside here. When price pull back, we trade. But remember, immediately price get to this place, we stop trading. Okay, so price is pulling back and now it already tap into demand zone, into this premium zone, but it did not really pull into it fully. So we can still look for entry from here. Okay, from this demand, you can still look for entry inside this demand. Okay, you can just take all of it as your demand zone. So you can still find entry here. From here now, you can drop to lower time frame and find whatever you want to use as your entry, targeting this high here. Okay. Okay. So now tapped into price has now tapped into discounts. Yes, price can still tap here and go higher, and it can just switch from here directly and go lower. So to be on the safer side, you can just wait for price to move into significant uh demand zone, either here. This is a significant supply zone. We have a flip. We call this flip because price tried to break here and failed. Then that means there's a demand here that wanted to hold. this pullback you are seeing is a sign of some sort of demand, weak demand from this zone. Okay, so that means there was demand here, but the demand could not push price to a new high, and it failed. So this is what we call demand to supply flip. Okay, this was a demand before, but it created a supply. So this is a flip. So you can wait for price to come here. Okay, and if this fails, you can also trade from here. One of them will hold definitely. Also trade from here. This is the extreme supply. Okay, so out of them, there are a lot of criteria to check whether to just trade from here or here. That's not the purpose of this video. Okay, the purpose of this video is just to follow the structure. Okay, so from here now we have another structure break. Okay, this did not close above, so we are not going to consider here as break of structure. We just consider it as a week. Okay, so we have another internal break of structure, so we expect price to take this place until probably we have until we have fractal pullback. So let's look for fractal pullback in this leg. Okay, this candle break the previous one, this break the previous one. So the candle that failed to break the previous one, we can argue that this one broke it, but this one failed. Definitely this one failed to break. So we have our fractal high here. Okay, we have our fractal high here. Okay, our fractal high is here. So after finding the fractal high, the next thing is to find fractal low. Where's fractal? I should have fractal here. Okay, all right, so here is our fractal high. Now after finding fractal high, we need to find our fractal low. So what will be our fractal low? This candle breaks above this red break above this break above this break above this, but this failed to break above this, so this will be our fractal low. So we can bring our fractal low here, and this is too big to be called fractal. This is too big to be called fractal structure. If price should come and pull back it directly and break below this, I will consider that as high boss. And that means that high boss have switch again. Internal BOS. Internal BOS is bullish from here. So if price should come straight forward and break this, I will consider internal BOS switching bearish, and I will not be expecting price to come back up into all this zone. I may not get an entry, but I will not be looking for a short. Okay. Sorry for a long. So let's see what happens. Let's see what. What did I do? God. Oh. Where are we using? How can I find it back? Okay, here, right? This is not good. Okay, so let's see what happens. Since we have already tapped into discount zone, anything can happen from there. Okay, so price just went straight. So even though if you are looking for shorts in this zone, if you are looking for buy in this zone, let's say you are looking for buy inside this demand, you will not be looking for it anymore because we are of internal BOS in that side. Okay, so and you know that if price should close below this standard BOS, it's not a good trade, and clearly price just broke through it, so we will not be looking for buy there, and we miss our shot. It's not even our shot because it didn't pull into any zone, so it's just a wasted trade. Okay, so we have all these field, and we have a major break of structure right here. Okay, we have a major break of structure. That's a swing break of structure. So immediately swing break of structure happens, the next thing we do is to start looking for fractal switch again. Okay, so this close below this failed to break close below this, okay? I was a little bit fast. Let me take it back. So this green candle failed to close below this red. So that's our fractal structure. So we have a fractal low from here. Uh, it's a little bit too fast again. Okay. So all right. So let's take it one after the other now. So we have a green candle that failed to close below this red. So in that we have our fractal low. So we have to look for our fractal high. So definitely our fractal high where is the candle that failed? Is very far away. So let's not just worry about it. Okay. All right, price break again. That means the fractal pullback failed and price continue downward. So we'll start looking for another fractal pullback. Okay. So we have another low here because this green candle failed to break this. So we have another fractal low here. Okay. Let me just make it a broken line. Okay. So the previous candle that failed to break its own low is this green one. So that will be our fractal high. That will be our fractal high. So we wait for price to either break up. We have a change of fractal, change of character, switch, that's change of character, or break below. We have a continuation. So let's wait to see what price is going to do. Okay, we have a fractal switch here. Okay, uh, this is kind of very big, but let's not call it. We can't really call it internal because structure. So let's see. We expect price to pull back. So we expect price to pull back like this, then give us internal break of structure right there. Okay. So let's see our if you take your rectangle and you draw it from this place and draw it upward, okay, you see that the final zone there is around here. So this will be our swing high. Okay, let me just name it for each week high. Okay, sorry, it should be strong high, not weak. We're on downtrend. I'm not sure I have it there. I'll just name it daily strong high. I don't even have it. Let me just type 4 week strong high. Okay, I believe you all understand the concept of strong and weak high because price on the downtrend highs will be strong. Okay, this is not useful. I just use it to explain. All right, so but this stuffs can be trapped because we have this unmitigated zone just below this. Price can just tap and close below again. So when you have stuffs like this, you should be very, very careful. Price can just come. So you should be careful with your stop loss placements and your entry. Price can just take that high, tap into this and close below the high. So we will still be having this 4H not broken if price is not break above it. So you can just come up, weak it and close below again. So when you have stuff like this, just be careful, okay? So back to what we are waiting for. We are now waiting for our internal structure switch. Price just keep going up. Or any pullback I get from here, I'll name it. So I need to mark my discount zone so that I'll know where I'll stop looking for. Uh-oh. Price already inside. Price already inside the discounts. Sorry, the premium. So I'll not be looking for short again. I'll not be looking for buy again because it tapped into this place already. Okay, so uh oh it broke again and we have another break of structure. This is significant enough. I'll call it break of structure. We have another break of structure. Oh, this way discretion comes in. Or can we call this swing structure or internal? Compared to this, is significant enough. I'll call it break of structure. So if price should switch there, I'll be expecting change of character for the swing. Okay. So again, we start looking for fractal. We have fractal here. This fractal low. You should be able to find it by yourself now. Okay. So I won't take it. So we have fractal low here now, and we have this breaks this low. Supposed to this small candle here is supposed to be a fractal low, but since this one broke the high, we'll choose this instead. Okay. So we have a change of character here already. So we can look for our change of internal break of structure from there. So we have our internal break of structure. We cannot trade from that pullback because we can trade from that pullback. The price just kept going up and up. Okay. Price broke here, but did not close above it. So we can actually look for because it just push up direct. So we won't really be. So just continue downward. No, this is just we are just trying to understand structure. Okay, we are not talking about entries yet. Just trying to understand how structure works. Okay. All right, you are just understanding how structure works. So basically, that's just internal structure, swing structure, and fractal structure. Let's see one more example on Euro USD. Okay, so let's say we have this Euro USD here. Price broke this. Price broke this. Okay, we have BOH here. Price broke that. So immediately price breaks. We start looking for pullback. We start looking for pullback. Okay, this red close here. So this is the last candle that failed to break the previous high. So that will be we have our fractal high here. Fractal. Then this will be our fractal low, very far away. Okay. So if price should, I'm not expecting price to pull back that straightforward and come and break this fractal low. But let's see what price is going to do. Okay, price broke it and we have this range now to trade from. Okay, we have this from here to here to trade from. But since this is just a change of character, I'll wait for price to do something like this before I find entry. Okay, so when price break here, that's where I have eyeballs. Then I'll look for shorts. Okay, but for now, I'll not be looking for shorts. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so price broke it and we can now look to shorts pull back from here into deep of this zone. Let's see. Hope you are not in discount already. Hope you are not in discount already. No, we are not in discount. No, we are not in discount. Okay, so we can trade if there is pullback, we can trade down into the discount. Okay, we can trade down into the discount. Okay, so we have different entry model we can use here to enter and trade it downward. Okay, so you see how it respected it. So that's how we go. Then we are now inside this zone. We can no longer look for shots. No matter what, now we look for a buy from here using whatever entry model you like. Okay, you can do it from this zone, and you can also trade from this zone. We are not talking about entry today, so I won't really disturb myself about that. So either of the zone you want to trade from. Now you look for change of character again. You know, this green candle failed to break this red, so we have our fractal low already. We have our fractal low will be here already, and our fractal high, will be this broke this low, this broke this low. Okay, this green candle failed to break the low of this one, so that will be our fractal high. Okay, so that will be our change of character. We'll wait for which will break first. Okay, so it broke to the upside. I never came back for entry. Okay, just push up. Let's see if we are going to be having a. This did not even come back at all for the entry here. Just push up direct. So, basically, this is it. I hope I've been able to do justice to this. So, you have to understand this tree structure. I'm not saying you cannot trade directly once you see. You know, I said it earlier that if you are in this zone, swing is bearish. You can just trade from. Sorry, swing is bullish. It just broke structural high and create new higher high. You can just trade from structure break. Like you can just trade directly from change of character, not needing to wait for internal BOS because everything is looking bullish. Okay, but it's not still as if as waiting for that perfect uh eyeballs, then pull back, then enter. Okay, so that will basically be it. If you have questions, let me know in the comment section or the chat box. Okay, so I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, and if this is your first time on this channel, please subscribe, like, and share this with your friends. Okay, see you on the next video. Have a wonderful time trading. Bye bye.